first T20 the Wanderers. The other thing is they will know they did get a right of the death in the second one. So they will know that these South African bowlers, Lazard Williams is one who bowls the death, will take a lot of confidence from that second performance. And it's likely they're going to do a good job of the death again in this game, in these conditions, where they can bowl the odd off-cutter. So Williams it is. I read something really nice about Lazard Williams this morning, just after we had breakfast, Ramesh. I went back to my room, and as you know, I spent a few hours studying.
24 hours studying.
That's right. And an article from Lazard Williams at the top of his bowling run-up. A lot of guys would put LW, L for Lazard and W for Williams. Apparently, every single time he writes "thank you." Yes, I thank you now for that stop. That saved a boundary, that's for sure. But that's all about the fact that he's got this opportunity to represent the province first, and now South Africa. Does it for his province also.
An individual who wears his heart on the sleeve, very emotional. You want to have such a character playing for you. A wholehearted cricketer. Still early in the day for us really to make a firm assessment of who he is, but so far so good. He's lively, he's bouncy, he wants to be engaged, involved.
It's like someone who's got a bit of fire about them.
Two shots that Babar Azam plays so well, that cover drive. Now, he gets into almost a slog-like position, clears the front leg, but somehow he ends up playing a classical cover drive. And from that same position, off the front foot, he can play the pull shot or the mid-wicket shot. He's got his own style and looks $1 million when he's in good touch.
It's good work from Williams.
It's kind of a tussle where 2-3 dots can put Pakistan under pressure. Importantly, it'll break their rhythm because they have rhythm in this opening partnership. Babar Azam's 200 strike rate has dropped down to 170, so that's good bowling. Looking for a thank you here.
It's worked away, trying to get that the Yorker underneath the bat. It's all pretty tight at the moment. Not too much in it, just 2 runs in it to Pakistan at South Africa actually at this stage. It's going to be Sean Pollock and Pommy Mbangwa going to be taking up at the start of the next over.
A very good over. Just 4 runs of the first 5 balls. So this is a big ball here for Pakistan and for Williams.
That's really nicely bowled by Williams. That is top work. Really good work. 4 off the over. 5 overs gone. 46 for none it is.
Without loss is a good start. It will have sufficiently put South Africa under pressure, and they must respond. His Buren Hendricks is on 2 overs and gone none for 22, so needs to improve his outing. Banged away, and away it goes onto the bank.
Yeah, it sounded like something went wrong with the bat then, Tommy. It wasn't like one of those bazooka sounds you hear when the guys tend to middle it, so he's probably broken it, and that's the reason why the 12th man's charged onto the field. They've got off to a good start, Pakistan. 52 without loss. They were 46 off off the first 5 overs. I thought South Africa was superb, and they got to 52. So it's pretty much even Stevens. Both teams not having lost a wicket at this stage. And that's always danger signs, because it tends to mean that the batsman coming to the crease can just play with gay abandon.
Hand on it, but it'll go for 4. It's so well played. No slip in place. The minimum of risk, really. And he's got it in the gap he's after.
Yeah, it's a real awareness here. You've banged the last delivery out the ground, and you're thinking, what's the bowler going to be contemplating? He just wants to hit a good length, and he does so. Perfect length. You still managed to get it away to the boundary. No relief. Pressure stays on. After 2 deliveries, you've gone for 10 as a bowler.
And you're going at 11s before the start of the over. So you're trying to come back, really, if you're Bjorn Hendricks from this point. You're fetching. Can you pull out one that gets a wicket? They need to break this partnership to South Africa, because it's going along all too easily for Pakistan. Also have to believe that when they take a wicket, that things can and will change in terms of a new batsman coming in and having to start. Up in the air and all the way, 6 runs.
If you have a look at the movement of Rizwan before this delivery is bowled, he shimmies across onto the off stump. The reason for that is he knows that if any width is offered up, there's no one behind square on the offside, and if it's too straight, he can try and get it behind square. Don't get me wrong, I think the bounce and the pace have done for him just a touch. But I think the intent was still to try and get it behind square. Takes the top 17 from 4 deliveries. And this power rate power play has proved to be very beneficial and fruitful for Pakistan.
And with the slower one that time, and it's just a single. It's been top work, really has been, by Pakistan to come and put the pressure on. No real option. You don't want to start too slowly in a chase of a score that's more than 200. But when you do come out and press, sometimes things go wrong. It's been wonderful for them that nothing has. And both players, both ends, are going at South Africa's bowlers and coming off. Dot to finish. Power 8 power play done. 64 without loss.
Yeah, South Africa were 65 after their 6 overs, so 1 run ahead, both no wickets down. And there's been some fortuitous boundaries included in this power play. And there's also been some wonderful striking, some balls off the middle of the bat, and some wonderful improvisation as well, particularly from Babar Azam. That's the shot I'm referring to. He's played it on 3 or 4 occasions. But he's got the power as well. He's got it all sorted as Babar Azam, and that's why he's number 1 in the world. He's got the options, and he's got a willing partner at the other end.
Yeah, unbelievably good player. Just wonderful to watch as Babar Azam. If you're South Africa, and every team will do this, will compartmentalize the game. Thought process would have been wickets in the first 6. That hasn't happened. But also, they haven't lost it. It's still neck and neck. 65 without loss. They were there, 64 without loss. Now into the next phase of the game, and you got to try and win this part.
If I mean, talk about winning this part, and for me, I was overs, he could have had an impact. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Shamsi, because he's often the one who comes into the attack now. Probably see him from the Hennips River end in the next over. to see the impact he can have on the scoring rate and whether he can pick up a wicket, as he so often does with the wrist spinner in the middle.
Shot. Oh, yes, that's a top shot. Timing, yes. Placement, yes. But he makes the shot. Depth in the crease as he plays it. Oh, my goodness.
Words come to mind, and I don't know if I should mention it because Hazy's the one who normally mentions this, but he's a bit of a surgeon, isn't he? He does dissect this field and do it with absolute confidence and control.
The thing is with that ball, that wasn't short. He just decided that's where his gap was, and he had to figure out how to get the ball there. And he's gone with one that's not particularly short and managed to cut it and get it in the gap. Oh, well played.
Dot delivery. So I think that also what you've got to try and do these days is try and pick up trends. For me, it's going to be interesting to see, but normally dot ball against a spinner means Rizwan goes to the sweep shot. Does he go this occasion, and can Linda adjust? No. Maybe too full. Maybe he might have been thinking that, but it was angled in with a bit more pace. And 25 kilometers per hour, so a quicker delivery.
Yeah, think what's winning the game in terms of what run rate you go at. Less than 10, you're going fantastically. If you can go less than 8, you're doing a big job.
Ball, Georgie,
8 that over. In the context, that's okay. 72 without loss.